Anyway, so I don't know. So I'm going to try to stay sober until I figure out. Yeah, dude, it fucking sucks, though. I'm not going to lie to you. Just every day taking life in the face. Praying for sleep. Oh, God, make it end. I fucking hate these happy, sober people. It's amazing. I feel so alive. I have all this fucking energy. How long does that take, you know? I drink a milkshake once a week. That's my big fucking thing. Have a root beer float. Oh, it's just sad. It's just a sad thing. Like watching an old athlete that can't run anymore. I used to day drink, man. It was great. So, anyway. By the way, I haven't even mentioned how blown away I am that I'm even playing in this place. This is absolutely fun. Yeah. It's hilarious. You stay up here for like an hour with this wind, your fucking lips get all chapped. It's like you're standing on the front of a boat. So anyways, let's end with a couple of silly ones here. We'll be on our way, right? Let's see what I did. All right, I'm doing good here. All right, so here's a good one for you. A couple years ago, before all this stupid fucking pandemic shit started, you know, Mother Nature's half-assed attempt to get rid of the amount of people she needs to get rid of, you know, just procrastinating, treating it like a term paper. I was in New York. I had an acting gig, all right? I was playing a fireman, all right? Now, I'm not the best actor, right? Some of you saw it. I hope you paid for it, you cheap bastards. You all watched it for free, you bastards. So anyways, I'm not the best actor, so I have to look the part. So I grew this giant, you know, fireman mustache, big, stupid fireman mustache, which looked great when I was wearing the whole fireman getup, and they put the fake dirt on my face. I looked like I had been fighting fires for 20 years, all right? However, the second I took off the costume and they cleaned off my face and I put on my regular clothes, I immediately just looked like some sad old queen that never found love, right? And as luck would have it, I was in New York City in June, which I quickly found out was Gay Pride Month. The whole month. And let me tell you something, the gay guys show up strong. It is wall to wall. The fucking island is almost tipping over. There's so many of them. And I'm sitting there like going, oh my God, 30 days of this shit? I'm walking around with this orange Freddie Mercury fucking dick broom on my face. I'm gonna be getting harassed up and down the street. I was an actor shake, man. I was fucking shredded. I gotta tell you something, man. When I tell you 30 days of June, not one gay guy even fucking looked at me. Forget about even hit on me. I have never felt so old and undesirable in my life. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. It's this one thing as a man, when you get so old that women don't look at you anymore, like you know you're gonna hit that age. You know that day's coming, but nobody tells you at some point you're gonna get so old, not even a man wants to fuck you, right? Dude, that is a statement. When you get so old, some queen in his 60s is like, keep it moving, I can do better than that, Jesus Christ. Get some fucking hair plugs or something. Get a spray tan. I can get some in its 40s, go on, keep going. Dude, it was like, I was like having like this fucking panic attack. I was thinking like, oh my God, I waited too long to get married. I had kids too late, I'm gonna die soon. I was like literally like wrapping up my life, you know? So I'm walking down like 9th Avenue, you know, putting a little swish in my fucking step, just trying to get something. I was desperate. Fuck you ladies, you've been there. You know how it is. You wanna think you got one more in you, you know? So I'm tra-la-la down the street. I really wish that wasn't the truth. So I'm going down 9th Avenue, and all of a sudden I looked up, and about 2 blocks away, all of a sudden I see this lesbian coming up the block, okay? Now I know this is Boulder, Colorado, right? So you guys are all like, fucking, hey man, you know? Like, how did you like know she was a lesbian, man? Like, that's not cool. You just looked at her and you just knew she was a lesbian? You don't know her. How do you just know somebody's a lesbian? Easy. The same way you do. The same way other lesbians do. It's not calculus.
I want to get a gun. I do. I really do. I never had that feeling before till I moved out to Los Angeles. This city just messes with your mind, you know? It's overpopulated, technically doesn't have a water supply, right? The dollar's crashing. Shit keeps you up at night. You're just thinking, what am I gonna do when the zombies come? Right? Start reading up on shit. Get some powdered food. Plant some zucchini. Get a windmill. Right? And that's all well and good, but if you don't know how to fight, all you're doing is gathering supplies for the toughest guy in the block. Right? Just thinking about that. What am I gonna do? Some dude turns me upside down, starts shaking the gold coins out of my pockets. I gotta get a gun. So I'm on the road, right? I'm in Reno. Great gun town. So I go down to their little gun store, right? Come walking in, there's some redneck there. I'm like, hey man, I want to get a gun. He's like, I hear you. What you looking for? What you want? Mossberg, over under, 357 Magnum, right? Starts rattling off all this gibberish, right? I don't know shit. I'm trying to play it off. I feel like a bitch because I don't know anything about guns. So I was like, what do I do here? Ah, hell, I'm going to go with honesty. I go, look, dude, I don't know anything about guns. They terrify me, but I'm worried about the zombies. All right? Dude's just like, you need a shotgun. You need a shotgun, man. It's got a good spread. It's easy to load, doesn't have a lot of working parts, got a good spread. He kept saying that. It's got a good spread. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, well, it means you ain't got to be that accurate. It's got a good spread. Further away you are, the more shit you hit. It's got a good spread. In fact, you got a problem over here, you ain't even got to look. You just turn, wow, that's it. You ain't got a problem over here anymore. Anything that was even remotely a problem ain't there anymore. Trust me. And then these people here, they saw what you just did here. You ain't got a problem here either. Feel me? 90 degrees taken care of right there. One shot. These people get smart, flip it over. Wow! That's it. It's got a good spread. So I'm like laughing my ass off. I'm like, dude, look, I just want to shoot the guy. I don't have to do a bunch of drywall work, you know? Reframe my diploma. Get my parakeet another friend, you know? I just want to shoot the guy. So I'm like, you know, how about one of these pistols? So he does like that classic, like that redneck trailing off thing, like, you want a pistol? Go ahead, get a pistol. What do I know? I just been here 20 years. You know? Get a shiny one, right? So I was like, what's wrong with getting a pistol? He goes, I'll tell you what, buddy. Because life ain't a movie. You feel me? I'm like, no. Can you please stop speaking in these backwoods riddles? Can you just say what you're saying? I told you I don't know shit about guns. Come on, do me a solid here. He goes, well, look, you ever watch a movie? Guy go, blah, blah, blah. He kills 3 people. Real life, man, you miss all the fucking time. You miss enough times, man, you're empty. You might as well just be standing there with the big stapler in your hand. Then what you gonna do? I was like, well, fuck it, let's get the shotgun. They're always doing that shit. You know, if everybody went vegan, the air would be, if everybody drove an electric car, if everybody just had some snowshoes on, right? They just won't come out and say it. Nobody has the balls to come out and say it and just say, look, 85% of you have to go. That's it. That is it. I have been bitching about the population problem for 3 specials in a row. Waiting for some politician to have the balls to bring it up, but they won't do it. They won't do it. We live in a democracy, right? Can't be honest in a democracy. You need the votes. You can't run with that as your platform. Coming out there, and if elected, I would implement a program to immediately eliminate at least 85% of you. This planet cannot sustain the sheer numbers. Let me finish. This will not be arbitrary. Under your seats is a multiple choice questionnaire. If you did not bring a pencil, you're already out.
So, all right. I'm going to end with a quick little story here, okay? Okay, they're always talking about how to make a woman happy, but I don't think they do it enough to help you guys out how to make a man happy, right? The great thing about men is we're fucking simple. We're fucking simple, okay? So here's the thing right here. You want to make a guy happy? If you're with a good guy, okay, this is also all you got to do, okay? How about 4 times a year? Once a season. You go out to the kitchen without him saying shit. You go out to the kitchen, you make a sandwich, you get him a beer, you walk out, you give it to him, you don't say a word, and you just fucking leave. That's all you gotta do. Every 3 months, you do that, you keep him happy. That's all it takes. Now, I know right out of the gate this is coming off sexist, right? It's because I'm saying go out in the kitchen, make your man a sandwich. I'm not saying women belong in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant, rubbing my balls. I'm not saying that. Okay? I'm just saying women, go in the kitchen. Just go in the kitchen 4 times in a year. Make a sandwich. A toddler could do that. Just put it together. Grab 2 slices of pre-made, pre-sliced bread, 2 handfuls of pre-murdered meat, put a little mustard on it, grab a beer, walk out, just hand it to him, don't say shit, and then fucking leave. And when I say leave, I mean leave. I don't mean walk into another room for like 10 minutes and then stick your head back and just be like, did you like it? Was it good? Great. Because downstairs, we need to, don't yell at me, I just made you a sandwich. I don't mean that. I mean leave. Get in the car and fucking get out of here. Take the kids, drive down the street, go see Lord of the Rings a couple of times, and leave your man in the stunned silence of what you just did. Do you ever want to see your guy get emotional? You ever want to see a man get emotional? You make him a fucking sandwich that he didn't ask for. I'm telling you, he's going to have to dry the tears with the bread. He's going to be so shocked. It's like, you made this for me? And I didn't even ask? Oh my God! I think she still gives a fuck! So let's just say, for the sake of argument, all you gun guys, you got your thing loaded, right? Your piece, right? Right there, loaded for bear. You're lying there, you know, same scenario, right? 1 leg under the covers, 1 without, shirt. 4 o'clock in the morning, you just... Meanwhile, some psycho sneaking in through the living room window, right? He brings in a fucking sickle. And he's just listening. Listens all the way down that hall, and he just hears... Trying not to squeak on the floorboards. And you're just fucking lying there. Right? All of a sudden, that little dog on the floor is just like... What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? What? Huh? Huh? You hear something? What's the matter? What are you barking for? He's shaking. What's the matter? Huh? You hear something? What's... Come on, man, quit fucking around. I gotta go to work tomorrow. All of a sudden, boom, that door flies open. You just see this shadowy figure. You pick up that gun. Blow! Ooh! And you fucking miss. You miss. You can't see. Now you can't hear. That's 2 out of 5 senses. What are you going to taste him as he comes around the bed? You're still going to be shooting over here. Meanwhile, you see like this strobe-like psycho coming around the fucking bed. Takes off your head. If you had the 22, you could still hear. Your ears would be ringing, but you could hear that fucker coming across. And you could shoot at him and he would leave. He would leave. You guys just won't get off the fact that it's a fucking 22. You're like psychotic with this shit. All right. No. I will extend an olive branch to you people. Okay? I get it. It's that a 22 is basically a roided up BB gun. I got it. Okay? I understand that if you actually want to kill somebody, you have to basically have the gun up to somebody's head and be throwing a jab as you pull the trigger. I understand that. Okay? But I maintain, I don't care who the fuck the toughest person is in this house, okay? I could defend my house with a BB gun. I don't give a fuck how tough you are. I don't care. If I started shooting at you with a BB gun, at the very least, you have to go back outside and regroup. That's a fact. That is a fact. If I caught you in your elbow, that might be the end of your night. Like, fuck, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. That's what you do. You just do that enough. Then when you bark back, you got a little something. Like, here's an olive branch I've extended to. Is basically, we fight a lot over television. So, I don't know. I've kind of come her way. She's come my way. She watches a little bit of sports. I occasionally will watch like a romantic comedy, which, I don't care. The nerd's going to fuck the cheerleader. I'll watch it, right? I don't mind them. It's an uplifting story. I just don't like the love scenes in romantic comedies. They creep me out. They're just so fucking nice. It's like missionary style. There's candles. That stupid saxophone music. It always goes down. Like the saxophone implies the penetration, right? Because they can't show it. They gotta make her this one-dimensional, this little angel. They ignore the other 90% of her sexuality. No hair pulling, no ass slapping, none of that shit. None of that taboo stuff of a woman's sexuality that's never brought up. That whole hold me down, but let me up, but hold me down. Choke me, but let me breathe, but kind of scare the shit out of me a little bit. I want to feel your power, but I want to be safe, but let me know if you really want it to. That whole 50 Shades of Rape, whatever the hell that is. Yeah. I don't even pretend to understand it. I remember the first time a woman wanted to get me to like choke her a little bit. I didn't even know what she was doing. I was just so psyched to be getting laid. I was just trying. And she just kept taking my hand and she kept putting it like right here. And then I didn't know what she was doing. And I thought she was like testing my core strength or some shit. I was just like. And finally, I was just like, what are you doing? She's just like, I don't know, just kind of like, it's like squeeze a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of like, squeeze it. Why don't you want to do it? It'll be fun. Why don't I want to do it? I don't think I want a passed out naked woman with my fingerprints all around her neck. Having the cop show up. Yeah, she's in there, officer. Damn this thing. It was her idea. I swear to God, it was her idea. Yeah, they always make it nice in those movies. Like the raciest thing they'll do is maybe every once in a while they kiss up against a wall. I guess women like walls. I didn't know that. There's a lot of up against the wall kissing. Oh my God, it's the wall. Oh my God. It's supporting me. Maybe he'll support me. It's a metaphor. I love it. Right? Yeah. I saw one the other night. They were doing that, and then out of nowhere, they started having sex up against the wall. And I'm like, finally, something a little bit more interesting, right? But they were doing it, standing up, facing each other, missionary style. Arguably, one of the most difficult positions there is. And they were doing it with little to no difficulty. All she did was just lift her leg up like that, and that was it. He was off to the races. And I ruined the movie for my wife. I'm like, that is fucking bullshit. Bullshit. what does the guy have, like a U-shaped dick? How is he doing anything? Is he sticking it in her navel? Did he grease up her thighs? To hell with her needs? Like, if all she's gonna do is this, she's gotta bring it up like an offsides call, if that's what she's doing. All right? If not, you gotta make some adjustments. You got, oh, she's giving me, I guess, gotta grab the other leg, you gotta try to pick her up to use these muscles like, Maybe you could grab a door jamb, drop down, try to come in and try to do that. Dude, nobody can do that other than a porn star for longer than 18 seconds before you're like, all right, this is ridiculous, okay? My calves are burning. I can't get nearly enough momentum to do any sort of damage. I can literally feel you getting on with your day with every pathetic attempt to try and rock your world. These guys in the movie, they have no problem banging away, then they pick them up like they're not heavy, right? And they just start walking down, they see the bed, they just lay her down on the bed. Dude, I'm not trying to be a dick, but every woman in here is heavy. Man, you're heavy. You're an adult female. Jesus Christ, when do you stop picking up your kids when they're like 5 or 6? Like, hey, get off of me, Jesus Christ. You're gonna throw out my back. I'll jump on your brother. An adult woman weighs 115 pounds, 120, all the way up to God knows what, right? And it's not balanced weight. Most of it's in your thighs and in your ass. Your head's hanging off, trying to counterbalance. Dude, when guys go to the gym, we don't put 30 pounds on one side and a $180 over here. Fucking, yeah, it's ridiculous. Trying to carry a naked woman, it's like trying to carry a half-filled waterbed mattress. You're like plumping into shit. And when you see the bed, you don't walk to it. You slowly start picking up momentum. Then she bounces off this mattress, hits the wall, slides down. The whole sex vibe's ruined, and you're back to your sandwich in your pocket.
No, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I think white women started it. It's the worst. The fucking worst. It's all they do is bitch, moan, and complain. I had no idea how difficult it was to be a white woman in the United States of America. Evidently, it's really difficult. Yeah, they're always bitching. Do you have any idea what it's like to be me? Well, I imagine it would be slightly less awesome than my life. What happened to you today, sweetheart, huh? Did they not chill your rosé? You know? Was the trolley not running down at the mall? What happened? No, it's unreal. I'm really fucking annoyed how white women have the fucking balls to throw my white privilege in my face, you know? Start to separate themselves from these white males with their white male privilege. It's like, bitch, you're sitting in the jacuzzi with me. The fuck are you talking about? Yeah, quit your fucking whining. Look, here's a little caveat here, so you don't think I'm a complete asshole right out of the gate. All right, if you live in some honey boo boo lifestyle on the Appalachian Trail, you know, your uncle just banged you in the dirt. All right, I can listen to you. No, one of my fantasies is I want to drive by like a woman's rally and just say the most sexist shit I can think of, just to watch them lose their minds. You know, just drive by real slow and be like, yeah, why don't you get back in the kitchen where you belong? Just to look in the rearview mirror, watching them flipping out in the road, spinning around like Leatherface at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like, So anyways, there's been, the Me Too movement has happened since the last time I was here. Well, no, it had to happen, Jesus Christ. But, you know, I think it's dying down. You know? I don't know, I think they got everybody. All right?
just judging by the stories, I feel like they kind of got everybody. Because the first stories that came out, they were fucking unbelievable. It was just guys taking their dicks out at work, like, look at it, look at it! Fucking blocking doors and jizzing on plants. You fucking at home watching, Jesus Christ, people did this shit? I remember this one poor woman said she was a PA, went into some director's trailer, and he allegedly came running out, masturbating vigorously while holding a shrimp cocktail. I swear to God. I know that's fucked up, but I gotta tell you something. It's a little bit funny that she felt the need to use the adjective vigorously after she said he was masturbating. He was masturbating vigorously. I'm thinking in my head, like, as opposed to what? As far as I know, there is only one successful way to perform that act, and that would be vigorously. Is there another way to do it? Can you do it passively? You know? Is that how Sting does it? Is that how he's able to fuck for hours and hours? Fans a little air on it, he puts on fields of gold, just lets that thing rise up, just letting it marinate, right? Yeah, so the stories were big in the beginning, like, oh my God, what a bunch of fucking animals. And then they just started tapering off. And about, I don't know, 6 months in, they just sounded like bad dates. It was like, he was 10 minutes late, the chicken was cold, I think I was raped, career over. What about my side of the story? Fuck your side of the story! You have a dick and balls, we don't want to hear it! Yeah. It's really weird how the whole thing, it went from like nobody listening, men not listening to women at all, to just this total overcorrection that anything they fucking said means it happens, you know? They got these hashtags like, you know, believe women. Believe women, right? It's a little open-ended, huh? It's just straight across the fucking board. All of them, every last fucking one of them. What about the psychos? What about the ones that key your car and light your shit on fire because you didn't fucking answer a text? What about them? Huh? How about you believe like 88% and that last 12% that's out of their fucking minds? You know, I think that's a fair percentage, wouldn't you? No? Are you too afraid to not believe? No, I know. That's the world we're fucking living in right now. No, everything has just become fucking absolutes in the States. It's fucking nuts. Like that Colin Kaepernick guy, right? You knew when he was like protesting during the national anthem, no one was gonna listen to what the fuck he had to say. No matter how much he explained it. He goes, I'm taking a knee during the national anthem. This is a protest about police brutality, the way people of color are treated. We'd like to open a dialogue. He got about halfway through that. People are like, my brother's fighting in Iraq, you fucking piece of shit! And it's just like, buddy, nobody is saying your brother isn't in Iraq fighting. You're not listening. This is about police brutality. My brother's a firefighter. He watched 9/11 on television. No, buddy. Nobody's saying that your brother's not a firefighter. I got a bone spur in my heel. I can still stand up during the fucking song. Buddy, nobody is saying you can't see a fucking podiatrist. All right? You're not listening. That's what it became. It went from not listening to women to just believe women, right? And then, you know, and then people just like, did you see that story? Did you read the story? You can't make something like that up. I always want to be like, well, did you see Star Wars? I mean, somebody made that up. They made like fucking 15 of them, you know? People can make shit up, right? You're part of the fucking problem. Get the fuck out, you know?
No, but I get it. I understand in 2021, you're not allowed to say you know what a lesbian looks like, right? Judging by your silence, yes, right? Yeah, you're not allowed, right? Well, it's funny, if some white kid came in here, like 20 years old, hair slicked back, collar popped, loafers, no socks, you'd be looking at him thinking like, all right, frat boy date rapist, his dad's a judge, he's not going to jail. Yeah. Just killed 5 people in a drinking and driving accident. Already has a new Dodge Challenger on the way, right? Yeah, you're allowed to see that. That you can see, clear as day. Lesbian, I am not. No, but that's how progressive you guys are, right? You don't have any idea, right? Like, let's play a game. I'll just name different people you see and see the slides that come into your head, right? Construction worker, sports fan, painter, skateboarder, lesbian. Right? It all goes blank. Is that a lesbian? Am I I mean, I have gay friends, but I've never noticed any sort of a through line. Listen, people, I'm not saying all lesbians look alike. I would never say some ignorant shit like that. However, I am saying, though, every once in a while, there's a fucking layup. Right? Flat top, wallet chain, fucking walking up the street. Right? But even then, I'm not saying 100%. But gun to my head, I gotta go lesbian. Gotta go lesbian. Final answer, show me lesbian. Right? So, anyway, she's fucking walking up the street. I'm coming down, right? And it's clear to me that if we keep walking the way we're walking, we're gonna bump into each other. Now, I don't want to bump into a woman. I don't want to bump into anybody in New York. So I do the gentlemanly thing. I clock what's going on. So what I do is I just gradually shift over into my own lane. Now everything's fine, right? But then the weirdest thing happened. We walk like another 30 yards, and all of a sudden, she drifts back into my lane again. And I'm sitting there walking like, wow, it's kind of crazy. Thought I solved this problem. All right, so I fucking dip into another lane again, right? Okay, I'm walking. We go another 30 yards. She comes back into my lane again. So now, like, I'm up against the curb. So now I'm like thinking, like, okay, how do I do the politically correct math here? Like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Am I supposed to, like, am I supposed to step off into the bike lane and have some young kid on his electric bicycle come by, 40 miles an hour, run me over? I go down to the pavement, knees and elbows. And for the rest of my life, every time it rains, I gotta think about this lesbian that walked me off the fucking block? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to give up the whole sidewalk? Like, oh, your gayness? Right? Or do I stiffen up my shoulder and protect my lane? Right? Now, I'm not proud of this, but I chose the latter. All right? I was like, look, I'm 53, I moved twice, I have an AARP card, I'm the fucking victim here. So I stiffen up the shoulder, and then immediately I'm thinking like, okay, this is gonna get crazy. I have never done this with a female before. This is in public, people are gonna see this shit, what's gonna happen, right? But I'm not gonna lie to you, she started closing in, she was moving, so I like leaned in, like I really got my legs underneath me because she was built like a janitor and I was not gonna get spun around. I wasn't getting spun around, not having that on the fucking logbook, right? So I leaned into this shit, and at the last second she turned her shoulder, and we just missed shoulders, but our forearms still slapped together with significant enough force that it warranted a turnaround. Okay? Now I know most of you guys drive, so I will break down pedestrian etiquette really quickly. In New York City. This is the deal. If you're walking down the street in New York, right? You're walking, and if you just sort of brush sleeves with somebody, you don't have to stop. You can just look over your shoulder. Hey, sorry, man. My bad. Have a nice day, right? Then there's the next level. Moves up a little bit. You're walking down the street. You actually bump into somebody. You actually have to turn around. Sorry, didn't see you. Little dojo bow. My bad. Whatever you have to do, my sensei, to keep it from escalating. And then there's the last one. You're just walking down the street and you hit so fucking hard, you gotta turn around and go like old school Dustin Hoffman, De Niro, like, hey, I'm fucking walking here, huh? I fucking moved twice, you didn't see that? You drifted 2 times, huh? So I turn around to have this confrontation. And let me tell you something, she never looked back. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that bugged me. That bugged me for like 3 days.
It's safe to say, I guess, the pandemic's over. Kinda is. Right? I mean, nobody gives a fuck anymore, so basically, it's over, right? It killed all the weak people. You know? The strong people are here to survive. The fatties are gone, the asthmatics, people with lisps, none of them made it. But you guys survived. Yeah, you guys survived. Yeah, they said it killed a whole bunch of people, but I gotta be honest, have you really noticed? I mean, you drive down the highway, there's still traffic. I thought it was gonna be like, wow! Holy shit, a lot of people died. That's so sad, but fucking awesome. All at the same time. I gotta be honest though, you know, I saw a lot of you youngsters didn't wear masks, and I got upset at first, but then I did the math. I understand why you didn't wear them. You know what I mean? You knew you were gonna survive, right? You went to college, you bought the dream, you left with the debt, and there was no jobs. So you played the only card you had. Get COVID and breathe on somebody older with the corner office. That's what you do. All right? Power is not given away, it has to be taken. And people have to die, historically speaking. People have to go. You know what did amaze me during all of this was the amount of shit that doctors got from non-doctors / complete fucking morons. People who had to go to summer school. According to my internet research, if you take a little bleach, vitamin D, and aspirin, the people are like listening to them. Like my favorite heckle doctors got from people was like, dude, what's the last thing they even cured? What? Fucking polio? It's like, no, HPV. They just came out with the vaccine for HPV. No more warts on your dick. We should be carrying these people around on our shoulders. Thank you for not having to make me go down to the doctor and be like, that's not a birthmark, is it? Or even worse, you're too shy to go, so you try to do self-surgery with a frozen Bud Light can. Stick it on there, freeze it off. Bud Light, one of the big sponsors of this comedy tonight. No, they say that, you know, what is the last thing they cured? How about AIDS? Dude, AIDS was gonna kill everybody. You get it from fucking. It was over. Now look at it. Now you can get it. They give you one pill. It doesn't even show up on a test. You can go out and bang somebody, no condom, they don't even get it. According to my internet research. Don't listen to me, but I think that that's what I overheard in a bar. It's the last thing they cured. Do you know what fake legs looked like when I was a kid? Huh? First of all, there was only one color. It was like Band-Aid color, and everybody knew you had a fake leg, and you were fucking walking down the street. I mean, oh, you've got a fake leg. What do you think happened? Motorcycle accident. Fell down a flight of stairs. Got impatient with a wood chipper. Right? Everybody knew you had a fake leg. Now, if you have fake legs, you're not allowed to compete with people with real legs in the Olympics because not having legs is now more of an advantage than having real legs. Doctors make better legs than God. All right, your calves and your feet flopping around are no match for a couple of sickles. These people just skiing down the fucking street. You get them by some train tracks that go downhill, you're never gonna see them again. I enjoyed people being their own doctors. I loved it. Good. Kill yourselves. Kill yourselves. There's too many of us.
It's fantastic. All right, this is a weird thing to say in LA, but I'm really into guns. I do. I love guns. I don't own a gun. I didn't grow up with them, so, you know, I know that I'm an idiot, so I'll probably kill myself, but I don't have a problem with guns, you know? And liberals got to quit trying to, you know, take away conservative people's guns. They just got to stop doing that shit, because when you try to take away their guns, then you get them in a corner where they got to start defending everybody with a gun. You know, like that fucking idiot Rittenhouse, right? That moron. And they got to sit there like, no, he's a bright guy. He was a good guy with a gun. My favorite thing about that was, why did he go up there? It's like, well, he loved his town. He loved it. It's like, oh yeah, when it snows out, does he show up with a shovel? Private Rittenhouse, reporting for duty. Boy, oh boy, do I love this sidewalk, my goodness. I'll tell you, that guy went there to feel threatened. And he felt threatened, and he fucking killed 2 people. Turns out the 2 people he killed were a convicted child molester and a skateboarder. 2 of the most annoying people in society. So as dumb as this kid is, he somehow went 2 for 2. Unbelievable. It's like when they bring some fat guy out of the crowd, halftime in an NBA game, you hit this half-court shot, fatty, you can win a Dodge. A fucking Durango, all right, fucking. Nothing but net, holy shit. Yeah, Rittenhouse did it twice. I got the other side. Bam! Skateboarder, go fuck yourself. Yeah, people tried to say his mother drove him to the riot. I don't believe that. I think that's some liberal horse shit that they made up. I just can't imagine that conversation going down like that. Like she's sitting at home, hears him upstairs, and it's like, honey, what are you doing? You going out tonight? What are you doing? Going to a riot. Do you want to ride? All right, but you gotta drop me off like 2 blocks away so my other racist friends don't see my mommy drove me. All right, are you gonna wear a jacket? Mom! Don't yell at me the way your father did, and bring your AR-15. I'll see you in the car. I don't know about that dude. The only thing I can say about that dude is I hope he never does a 23andMe. Okay? Because with those big pouty lips, I don't think he's gonna like the results. And then he's gonna have to go down to the hideout with his knocking on the door. Come on, man, I'm like 91% you. Unser Führer only accepts 100% the Caucasian. Listen, that dude, they got real sugar. They got real sugar in the Coke. I heard on the other side, the Orange Crush tastes like it did in 1978. Remember that 2-year period when it was actually delicious? Yeah, so you got him, and then you got Hillary, and Hillary's just like a made guy. She's the made fucking guy. Everybody thinks like, you know, she dresses like a real estate agent, you know, nothing to worry about. She's a fucking made guy. She's gonna give him the wars. She's gonna microchip the babies, phase out the cash. She's not gonna do it, but she's gonna keep steering it in that direction, privatizing water. Water's not a basic human right. She's gonna go through the whole fucking thing, that psycho fucking thing that you do when you go after that kind of power. You gotta put it all over here in a little box. All your evils, you're just sitting there fucking smiling, knowing what's really going on. As you're talking to Joe Six-Pack, he puts his pants on 1 leg at a time. No, it's so fucking, you know, it's unreal. Like, I don't know. These are the 2 worst choices ever. Trump, if he wasn't so fucking racist, if he wasn't so racist, I can deal with the pussy grabbing. That's not in my world. I'm selfish, like every other voter, all right? If he wasn't so fucking racist, he would actually scare me a little less, because he's so obviously a dope.
He's so dumb, I don't think he could get away with anything. You know what he reminds me of? You ever watch Law and Order and they make an arrest in like within the first 15 minutes? You know, and they're trying to get you to think, we got him. You're just looking at your watch. You're like, dude, there's no way this guy did this shit. There's like another 45 minutes left. This can't be the guy. Who's the real guy? And that's when fucking Hilly, she fucking comes walking in. Yeah, she goes to those Bilderberg meetings, you know, where they dress up like pheasants and they fuck each other, right? Sacrifice some employee from a Best Buy. Fight over his name tag for a trophy, right? All right, that was a hypothetical. You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figure that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figure this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot. So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse. And I got to walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? You know, I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, you know, I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta like waterboard me with like a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go fuck yourself? Just say no. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? So now I'm like limping down the street. I got like Tourette's, fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. I gotta admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, you know? I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you wanna do, right? And fuck me? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I wanna do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall, I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her. Just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something, worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah, hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going onto the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're going to talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears. It fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Put the headphones back on. She comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to talk about it, right? Put them on third time. She comes out. Poof, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine, you want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Right there. I just wanted to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous. No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know? But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, whoo, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now. I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him! Every fucking special I do, there's always one. Always right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. I love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me. Fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. Quick story. Me and my wife bought a house in 2011. And by me and my wife, I mean I paid for it. Right?
She hates that joke, but I don't give a shit. It's true. And she's always breaking my balls. Don't put your shoes over here. They belong over there. Yeah, well, I bought over there, and I bought over here, so I'll put my fucking shoes wherever I want to. Oh, shirt's coming off. Where's it going? Right?
So we get into the house. She's scoping out the house because she's smart. She's finding the rooms that get sun. She's checking out the closet space. And me, like an idiot, I want to check out the garage. For whatever reason, I'm drawn to this thing. And I go down, I open the door, and the last people hadn't cleaned it out. There was like a busted refrigerator, an old file cabinet, an ab roller, something from a luau. There was like 7 failed businesses in this goddamn thing. And I got to start lugging this shit out in like 90-degree weather as a redhead, hating my life, right? I got 3 hours into this job. My forearms were cut. I had dirt, sweat, cobwebs all over me. I wanted to burn down this fucking house. I was ready to leave, but out of nowhere, my wife showed up. Big smile on her face, and she'd made me a sandwich. Cut it in half diagonally, which is love, right? They don't cut it in half. They might as well frisbee it at you. Like, here you go, you fucking piece of shit. Hose yourself off. You should live out here. You should live out here, right? Cut it in half diagonally, poured Fritos in the middle, and gave me an ice-cold beer. She did that 5 years ago. Do you know, to this day, every once in a while, I still think about that sandwich. It's unbelievable. It just pops in my head like this fond memory. I'll just be myself talking in the car. Remember that time she made me a sandwich? That was unbelievable. She cut it in half, Fritos with an ice-cold beer. I felt like a king. That's all it takes. You know what it felt like in that moment? You remember that movie, Shawshank Redemption? You know that scene where the prisoners are drinking the beer on the rooftop with the sun in their face? That's what it felt like. The only thing missing was Morgan Freeman's voice narrating over the top. And for 20 minutes, Bill Burr felt like a free man.
No, you know what is crazy? People can take over shit. That's what it is. Like regular people, I don't know, you just never say shit. You ever notice that? Like, you can be on a bus, 30 decent people, one crazy dude can take over the whole bus, right? Everybody's just sitting there, everything's great, then one crazy, fucking just starts screaming. And the second that happens, all 30 people are like, oh, God, everybody's like up against him. Does he got hepatitis? Everybody's freaking out. It's like, why doesn't everybody just pounce on the dude? I think every regular person should just have like a chloroform rag, like right in their front shirt pocket, and the second any crazy shit happens, if you're behind it, it's on you. You just pull it out and you take the guy down. Everybody jumps on him, you tie him up, and you tattoo possibly the next Hitler across his forehead. You keep an eye on him, right? No, but it's so hard. It's just hard to speak up. That's the shit, you know? Like, I was in a Target the other day, right? Not bragging, you know? I was. And I'm standing there with a buddy of mine, right? He's a bouncer. He's a bouncer in this really, like, crazy bar, so he knows, like, all these scumbags. And it just so happens that one of them just so happens to come walking through the Target. So my buddy goes to wave to him, like, hey, man, how's it going? And rather than this guy being like, you know, it's going pretty good, he just launches into this tirade about, like immigrants right in the middle of Target. He's like, how's it going? Tell you how it's going. These goddamn Mexicans keep coming to this country, taking all the fucking jobs. Immediately, everybody in line like, ooh, M&M, let's read the back of these for a while. Wow, look at that, glucose. Is he still there? I'm not looking. I looked the last time. It's your turn to look. I am not looking. You just look. This guy was going off. Nobody did shit, including me. Including me. I wasn't looking at the guy. Even the people who worked at Target. They just kept ringing stuff up like, ooh, 3 socks for $1. That's amazing. Think it's gonna rain out? Fuck! Dude, it was a classic chloroform moment. This guy, he was doing like a fucking Hitler open mic, you know? He was just going off. He was learning how to put thoughts together, right? How to speak in front of groups. Somebody should just came out, you know, threw some Skittles on the ground, you take them out, that's it. It's over. But nobody did shit. You knew there was like one guy working at Target, like some crazy dude peeking out from the back. Like, I like this guy. This guy's making a lot of sense, right? Then he follows him out to the parking lot. They jump in his El Camino. Now there's 2 of them, right? Can't do that. You gotta be nice. You gotta be fucking nice, especially this day and age, man. Everybody getting in trouble. All these goddamn groups out there. Bitch moaning and complaining anytime anybody says anything. Hey, we're part of a group. You gotta apologize. I'm sorry to people who own Sharpies. I didn't mean to say that it's an ugly-ass dog. Nah, right? You know what? Fuck you and your group. What about that? What do you got, like 2 million people in your group? There's 400 million in this country. Nobody gives a shit, right? Who the fuck joins a group? I'm gonna join a group. That's what I'm gonna do today. Go to meetings. Kind of a fucking loser, right? That's the same way I look at people laugh who got upset about, you know, Michael Sam, the gay football player, kissing his boyfriend when he got drafted. Everybody bitch moaning and complaining. It's like, dude, you know what? That's what you get for watching the draft. All right? You know, once again, what kind of a fucking loser just sits there watching round after round? The Jets are up next. I think they need a cornerback. They need to improve the defensive line. Dude, that's like going to a graduation ceremony where you don't know anybody who's graduating. They're just fucking sitting there. They're gonna have the whole list the next day. They'll have everybody who drafted, who, when. Fucking gotta sit there and watch that shit. Those stupid interviews. Hey, you're a member of the Buffalo Bills. How does it feel?
Well, you know, it's a blessing. I want to thank God. Going to try to do my best. It's a great organization. And same shit the last 80 guys said. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad he kissed him. He should have fucking blown him. Yeah. With birthday cake in his mouth and a Santa Claus hat on his head. Just to ruin the entire year. Holding a flag. That fucks up Flag Day. You'll keep thinking about it. Yeah. Fucking stupid ass groups. People apologizing to them like they have some sort of power. Look, if you're being a dick, apologize. But other than that, yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Does a beaver have a natural predator? No. I've actually, you wouldn't know it from all the ignorant shit I've said so far, but I am a changed person, believe it or not. I am. I had an experience earlier this year. This is all true. Now, you don't think so? Some guy just yelled bullshit. Are you saying bullshit, sir, because you don't believe me or because you don't want me to leave? Is that what it is? The little angry circle that you're in? Don't be going and getting happy now. Don't be going and getting soft on me. Don't start hugging people and loving yourself and crying when you see something cute. Hang on to it. Lash out at people. Reach for your pistol under the seat. Do it. No, I took mushrooms back in February for the first time ever. You know. This is the perfect state to tell this story. You guys should literally you should have mushrooms on your fucking license plate. All right, so here's the deal. I never fucked with anything like that. I was always a booze guy. I was a booze guy, you know. All right, relax, everybody. I always get nervous when I get white guys going like, yeah, all right, woo, build the wall, okay, I'm fucking around. Relax. It's frightening to listen to, but that's what being a guy is. You're not allowed to have emotions. So that's all of that shit comes out when you drink. Do something dumb so I don't feel stupid. So, yeah, I was always like a booze guy. So, like, I never fucked with like psychedelics or whatever. So I figured, it was just one of those deals. I was out in the desert, man. And I was like, all right, I got somebody watching my kids. Everything's fine. I'm in my 50s. If I got to do it now or I'm never going to do it, right? So this person who may or may not have been my opening act tonight goes, all right, man. He's a good man. He's a good man. He says to me, he goes, all right. He goes, okay, just take like, it's always just like, all right, so like how fucked up do you want to get, all right? And there's always like a square, and it's like, okay, don't eat the whole square. Just like bite one corner, lick the other one, and then rub the other one and let it absorb in your face or whatever. So I'm like, all right. He goes, how far into it do you want to go? I go, I just want to trip a little bit, nothing fucking crazy. So he goes, fine. So I eat just a little bit. So I get a little nauseous or whatever. At first it feels like I ate some weed, but then all of a sudden, like I notice shit that's not alive, looks like it's breathing, right? Like the refrigerator, looked like it just did a lap around the house. It's kind of... Nothing threatening, It's just like, it needed it, TV started getting bigger. It's looking like it's gonna fall on me, all right? And I was doing fine. I was fine. I was like, I know that TV's not getting bigger. And if it is, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. Spill that pixelation all over me. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm tripping. I'm having fun. I'm giggling. I'm laughing at shit. I'm putting things together, right? And everything is fucking great. And all of a sudden, about an hour in, all of a sudden, this profound sense of loneliness and not feeling loved just washed over me. Yeah, and I was just like, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. This is why I didn't do it. I knew I had too many demons. I knew I wasn't gonna see God and fucking unicorns and slide down the rainbow and roll around in the grass. I fucking knew Satan was coming up. There was gonna be a guy with a knife and shit. I was just like, all right, go ahead. Drag me into the abyss. Let me see how fucked up I am. And this feeling, it just enveloped me. And I don't even know how to describe it. It wasn't even a feeling. It just was. It just was. So I'm freaking the fuck. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? I can't get out of it, dude. Like, I could walk 100 fucking million miles. I can't walk out of it. It just was. So I didn't want everybody else is like tripping. I don't want to fucking ruin their trip. So I'm just like, all right, dude, I'm just going to go to the bedroom, and oh, look at the refrigerator. Right. I'm just feeling a little nauseous. Look at your head. Just playing it off, right? Going into the fucking bedroom, and I'm just laying down in the bedroom like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? And every time I thought I felt the bottom, it would just further into the bed. Further into the bed. Further into the bed. So about a half hour later, my wife comes in. She's like, hey, how you doing? Typical guy. Good. I'm doing great. Doing great. It's going great. So she's laying next to me, going, I'm feeling a little nauseous. This is a little bit much for me. And she's just laying down, and I'm just feeling this feeling. Not feeling loved, profound sense of loneliness. So now I'm just looking at my wife. My brain just starts going like, oh, fuck, did I marry the wrong person? Why am I looking at... I know that seems fucked up, but once you're married long enough, even not on mushrooms, you have that thought every fucking 6 weeks. You just do. Something happens where you just look at the side of their head and just do the math and just think, why did I ever talk to you? Why didn't I could have just walked by? I didn't have to say hello. We had no relationship. We were nothing. Why did I ever talk? What would happen if I just never talked to you? Every 6 weeks, you think that's a healthy relationship. That means you've still held on to a part of yourself. That even though you love this person, you still want to fucking run around like a Mustang a little bit, right? So anyways, I'm like, okay, I was like, dude, I was freaking me out even more to think of my wife and be feeling that. So I was like, fuck, I need to pull the ripcord. I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this fucking, it's like a giant beanbag. I couldn't get out of it, right? So I was like, oh, fuck. Think about your kids. Now, my kids, I love my kids. And I know they love me. There is no fucking question. And I start thinking about my kids, and I still felt that feeling. And I was like, all right, what the fuck is this? Because I know that's bullshit. And I just sort of laid there, and I relaxed, and I went, oh, fuck. I know what this is. This is how I felt growing up.
Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck! Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker! Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out! I'll bring my out! Now, fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. And I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued, but after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun a winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road. They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about. Maybe you don't get along with your dad. And in their head, they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call him a cunt. That's what it is. And cunt trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a cunt. And then that's it. You're in this room now, right? My girl knows my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down! That isn't music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay, you're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick. Just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument. Okay? It's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down. All And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.